Hello and welcome to another BWB Mailbag video. This came from Aristofan saying, hope this camera works well for you. This is indeed the eMeet SmartCam C960 webcam, recently added to my wish list and then purchased from my wish list by Aristofan. Thank you so much for that. Was not expecting it. Really appreciate it. I had been talking about how my previous webcam has served me well, but it was a Logitech webcam that I've had for quite some time, and it was time to upgrade. So let's open the box and see what we got here and there. It should be just this and a few other accessories, and there's nothing in there because I'm using it already. It's right there. Let's go to this camera. Haha, fooled ya. So I still need to play around with it. One thing about this new camera, as you can see here, we've got I do think I'm brighter in this. Now, obviously, I'm not wearing a black shirt, which I normally do when I'm streaming, but still, I do need to play around with the settings here. Need to make sure I feel like I like how I'm looking. Everything right now is on default. One thing that is different with this camera than my previous webcam is there is no digital zoom on this camera at all. And so that's weird. So I've had to like fudge a zoom. And so I'll be playing around with that quite a bit. So yeah, I basically just had to like take the image and then widen it out. And then I think I have auto balance on here, which should be good, but might not be great if I'm moving my hand in front of my face. You can see that. So I got to play around with the settings. But this will be on future streams and video recordings and all that. Let's go over here. Yeah, so I took it out of the box before I ended up messing around with it. But it did come with things. It's not just the camera. I can take a sticker off of this and put a cover on there. So it's not built in. So I guess it was a later thing they added. But I can take the backing off of this and then put a sticker and then, cover the webcam like that, which I don't think I'll do, but it's a nice feature. And then also, if I wanted to plug this into USB-C, I got the adapter. And these are just nice to have, right? These are just nice things to have on occasion when you realize you have like, that's only a USB-C and I have the USB-A. So this is just nice to have. I probably won't use it for this. I've got it on a good my webcam this webcam is on a USB bus that nothing else is plugged into. So that's usually how I like to do that for webcams. Anything that's doing heavy lifting, I like to isolate it. The overhead camera is also on its own bus. And I generally prefer that. That's usually my setup. And then it came with a quick start guide, which was very quick, easy. The software that it comes with, I had to download myself. And then I was like, it doesn't have Zoom. And then because OBS was like, you can't Zoom with this webcam. I was like, what do you mean? It works on Zoom. It just can't Zoom. That's my big takeaway right off the bat is I really like how it looks. I don't love that part. And then I've messed around with my various setups. And again, what I ended up doing was I did a little bit here by just kind of like making myself bigger and then moving myself around. But then I also moved my monitor stand, which the webcam is attached to, closer to me. And I guess I have a webcam arm that I could mess around with that would then bring it like closer if I think these monitors are too close. But right now I like the monitors being a little closer. It doesn't affect my building. If I'm working with Lego, it might affect that a bit, but I can still put my keyboard right on the edge of my build area and it's not really in the way. And then the monitors being closer probably is a good thing for me. That's probably for the best if they're a little closer. So yeah, this is a longer mailbag video than normal, but I had stuff to talk about with this. Thank you so much, Aristofan, for literally buying it the first time I talked about it on stream. That's just so nice of you. I've been looking for an upgrade. This is a big upgrade. It's not a 2K or a 4K camera. I don't need that. The fact that it doesn't have an actual zoom is weird, but I'll manage just fine. It will probably be weird in like meetings. I will most likely put it on a tripod that's a little closer to my face. I think that's probably the solution. Doesn't really work for this application, but it'll work for others. Thank you so much for this. If you want to buy something like a model kit per se, it doesn't have to be gear, you can find links to my Amazon wishlist, my Throne wishlist, and my wishlist on or how to buy a gift card to USA Gundam store in the show description below. And thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you live at some point with my new webcam.